Hey guys, what is up? My name is Landon and welcome to the Jersey Zone. Ads on jerseys. That is the big talk in the NHL community right now. One, because of the fact that teams are actually now showing off those jersey sponsors and showing off who the jersey sponsors are, but also because there's been some pictures that are released of retail jerseys actually having those jersey ads as well. So we're going to talk about all of that today, but before we do get into it, if you guys are new to the channel and you like hockey jersey content, please make sure to hit subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Now let's start off by talking about those retail jerseys having ads on them. So there was a picture posted on Twitter the other day by someone named Connor779, I believe. They posted a picture showing the Minnesota Wild team store having ads on their retail jerseys. I believe the Hockey Lodge is that team store. I believe that's what it was called. But they went into the team store and saw that the retail jerseys had ads on them. Now, the interesting parts, there's a few interesting parts. The first interesting part about this is the fact that those jerseys were Climalite jerseys, so they weren't like the prime green or anything like that. But since it is a Climalite jersey, so an older jersey, that means that the team store itself had to directly put that patch on. It's not like it was shipped out or anything like that, which obviously made a lot of Jersey fans freak out and saying, like, are they putting ads on every single jersey? Because at least from what I can remember, I thought they said that they weren't going to put jersey ads on the retail versions, but I tried looking it up and I couldn't find anything that stated that. So maybe I was just imagining it, probably, most likely, and that was probably just my hope at least. But obviously I was quite upset about that news. I was really not excited to see the ads on the retail versions, but we do have some more information. This is from Larry NHL Hockey. He has a YouTube channel. If you guys don't know him, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description down below. But he said that he called the Hockey Lodge, so the Wild team store, he said that he called them directly and they stated that all jerseys from the Hockey Lodge will have those ads on them, and that it wasn't a decision from the Wild itself, but it was directly from the ad company, which I thought was very strange. I totally thought that it would be a team thing and that the team would be able to decide if they wanted to put them on the retail jerseys or not. But apparently the ad company gets to decide, which I don't really get at all. I'm not sure how that ended up working out. But the question that I have is if all Minnesota Wild jerseys will now have that ad patch. So if you buy it from like Adidas, or if you buy it from Hockey Authentic, or if you buy it from like Sports K or whatever, if you buy a Minnesota Wild jersey from there, will those now have that ad patch on them? Like, are they being shipped out to those companies with the ad patch, or is it just the team store that is directly applying those ad patches? I'm not really quite too sure. And from at least I can tell, not every single team will be like this. Not every single team will force you to have that ad patch on there, especially if you buy from that team store. I saw somewhere that if you buy a jersey with an ad on it from the Montreal team store, so Tricolor, I believe is their name, that Montreal is going to be donating some money to like their children's foundation. So I'm assuming that they're also going to have jerseys without ads on them. So at least to me, it looks like it'll be a team by team basis on if you can buy a jersey without that ad patch or if you can buy a jersey with one. But either way, it is awful for Wild fans that they're basically forced to buy a jersey with that ad patch on them, especially because of how bad that ad looks. Like, it is not a very good looking patch. It is one of the worst. That Tria ad does not look good at all. The colors just don't match. It's really, really bad. And another thing that I found interesting is that there was an article released by Greg Wyshynski on September 16th, so not that long ago. And in that article, it said that the breakaway, so the Fanatics jerseys, would not have ads on them for at least this season. And that was according to Fanatics, apparently. But there is a picture that is online. This is from Okrebs85, and they went into the Arsenal, which I think is just the Vegas team store, or one of the Vegas's team store. But they posted a picture showing a Vegas Fanatics jersey having an ad on it as well. So I don't know if the article is wrong, or if the Arsenal wasn't supposed to put the ads on the Fanatics jerseys, or really what that was about. But obviously, as a jersey collector, I am really not excited for this at all. I really just didn't even like that they put ads on the jerseys in general. And I know that some people like were freaking out way too much about it, and some people were freaking out way too much about it on the other side as well. Like, on the side of not liking the jersey ads, I saw people saying like it soils the legacy of the jersey and the jerseys are sacred and everything like that. But if you look around me, these jerseys are ridiculous, and I don't really find the jerseys sacred. Like, I just think they're jerseys, they're just kind of fun. But then you also have people on the other side saying like it's not the end of the world, grow up, adults shouldn't care about ads on jerseys and you won't notice them in a couple of games, which is not true at all. I definitely will notice them in a couple of games for sure. And also, I don't need to grow up just because I don't want them putting ads on jerseys. I mean, it's my hobby, so obviously I want to do as much as possible to kind of keep it to something that I like. And there's really only 3 reasons on why I don't want jersey ads. One, because I just don't think most of them look good. A lot of them are very jarring and you can just very obviously see them and they don't really match the colors well. There's a couple that are okay so far, but that's one of the reasons. Number 2 is I don't want to be a walking advertisement. I don't want to wear RBC on the front of my sweater like all the time. I mean, I'm already wearing the team's jersey and the team's hat most of the time, so that is already a walking advertisement in some people's eyes. I personally don't really see it as that. I think this is just a team. I'm showing my love for the sport. Even though I know hockey teams are brands and companies, I don't really see it like that personally, but I definitely kind of understand where some people are coming from in that way. But the third reason, and this is the biggest reason on why I don't want ads on jerseys, is because I'm afraid of what it's going to become. I don't want them to look like European hockey jerseys where they're just plastered with ads and they're just a giant billboard. I don't want that at all. Or I don't want them to end up looking like soccer jerseys where they have right in the middle, that is where the ad is, and then like in the top left, that's where the team's logo is. Like I never know what team I'm looking at when I'm looking at a soccer jersey because I just see a big Chevrolet logo and it's like, okay, are they the Chevrolets? Like what is this team? So that is really like my biggest concern, that it is going to go somewhere in that direction, either like the European hockey leagues or like the soccer jerseys. Now I know that they've said that they aren't going to go in that direction. There's a quote from that Greg Wyshynski article from Bill Daly saying something along the lines of like they haven't considered adding additional patches as of now. But I also remember them saying that about jersey ads when the helmet ads were introduced in that like 2020-2021 season. I think that was the season. So I obviously don't trust them to handle this appropriately and to stop it at just one ad. I really just don't believe it. I really do think in a couple of years here we'll see more than one ad patch on the jersey, and it'll probably be two, maybe more than that. And obviously, like, I really don't like that direction this is going. For me personally, I don't think I'll ever buy a jersey with an ad on it. I really can't see myself doing it. Maybe I'll do it at some point in the future, but at least for now, I really just don't think that I'll ever do it. Maybe if I find out that you can actually strip the ad patches, then maybe I would do it then and then just strip the ad patch off. But like, I really can't see myself buying a jersey with an ad on it, especially with how some of these ads look. For example, with the Wild and with the Montreal one, like those ones look absolutely terrible and just god awful and almost ruin the jersey, at least for myself. Although some of them aren't too bad. Like I don't think the Vegas one is really that bad. At least it blends in and matches the colors nicely. Same thing with Toronto, and Toronto is probably the one that I'm most likely to buy with an ad on it just because it just says milk and it's kind of funny. And I know a lot of people have been making memes about that ad sponsorship and I find it hilarious. Like they're very, very funny, like the missing milk cartons and stuff like that. They're very funny. And so that Toronto one is really the only one that I would consider buying with an ad on it, mostly just because of the fact that it's also not really a company. It just says milk. Like I know it's supposed to be the Dairy Farmers of Ontario, but it just says milk. So it's a lot funnier that way. And also it matches their colors nicely as well, so it really doesn't look that bad. And the last thing that I'm intrigued about as well is how they'll go about making patches for the new like anniversary patches and like the Stanley Cup Finals patches. Like how is that going to look and where are they going to put them, with those ad patches being usually where they put those? I know that the Carolina Hurricanes just released their 25th anniversary patch and that's actually going to be on the sleeve here instead of on the top right, but that's because that's now where their captain's patch and alternates captain patch are going, just because of the fact that with their home jersey it kind of comes up on the top left, so there's not really any room for that captain's and alternate captain's patch. But if the Hurricanes go to like the finals this year, where are they going to put that finals patch? Like there's not really any room in the top left, and if they do get an ad sponsorship, is that where they're going to put that jersey ad? And so would that make it so they have to move the finals patch to the other arm? Like I'm really not quite too sure how they're going to go about doing that with all of these new patches on the jerseys. Like it's going to be very interesting to see kind of how teams adapt that actually do have those jersey ad sponsorships as well. But yeah, anyways, overall I am not very excited about this at all. I am not looking forward to having those jersey ads on the jerseys themselves. And like I said, there's like a 99% chance that I will never buy a jersey that has an ad on it. So if they'll actually start making retail jerseys only have the ads on them and not have an option to take the ads off, then I will probably stop collecting, in all honesty, or at least I'll just only collect older school jerseys and I won't collect any of the newer ones. But anyways, those are all of my thoughts on the jersey ads. Hopefully this video wasn't too long, and I know I'm also a little bit late on it as well. I apologize for that, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel and let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below as well. Also, make sure to follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok as well. Links are all in the description down below. But like I said, that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.